The art of screen printing.
Hey folks, I'm Lon and that's Corey and we're Graphic Elephants. This is the art of screen printing presented by GSG. We're still working on our wedges for our superhero logo, and Corey's going to add some more texture and highlight and shadow, and he's going to take it away from here.
So as a follow-up to putting basically the wedges in their sort of gemstone appearance, I wanted to add one more thing to them, and that was yet another highlight and another shadow. So many times you cannot get all the effects, like I said, on one layer. So having the dark side or the darkness of the gems and the highlight, I brought them together as one piece. I'm going to turn these off and turn that on. So right now, this is actually one piece. There's no longer any effects going on here. I've flattened this. Basically, these two layered effects are now flattened because I want to add a side highlight and a side shadow. If I go ahead and I turn those on right now, you can see how that has worked. Now you can kind of see there's a really slight highlight here, right where all the light's bending on the top, and then there's just a little bit of shadow that's going on. I'm going to kind of turn on and off here. You can kind of see as I toggle how that's changed just a little bit. It's just added one more effect and a little bit more depth to the overall look of the gemstone. Which again, you can play with these things as many times as you want to. Just, it's nice to have them on layers, but you can play with them as many times as you need. Now, the actual blue inline, much again, very flat, like when we brought it over from Illustrator, as I zoom up here. This is a very small area here, so I don't want to have too much going on because it becomes too hard to one print and see, and it just really isn't as effective. I mean, it looks great when it's this big on a screen, but it's not effective when you're trying to print a small area like this. So much like the darkened side of the gemstone, you can see it's a very, very simple bevel. And you can kind of, if I go back to my gloss contour here, you can see, again, it's that simple arch. And then I have just a white highlight and a black shadow. And it's just enough in there that'll kind of give it a 3D presentation. And then I added a stroke to it as well, because I want it to break, much like the break lines out here. I want all this to be consistent. So you're seeing literally all of this together as one. Zoom out here, okay. And then also, of course, you can't see it here, but of course the shadow, I do have a drop shadow on the actual wedges. Let me show you there. It's going to be hard to see them when the black's on it behind, but when the mesh is underneath it, like if I show you right here, you'll be able to see them a little bit better. Come on, mesh, it's time. It's your time. Come on up. Goodness. Here we go. All right, now you can really see that soft shadow over the actual mesh. Just one more little effect to bring it up off that mesh. And then in our next video, I will actually go into the middle section where you basically have the yellow, which is a nice bright yellow and a nice contrast against all the cool colors. So we'll go there next time.
And being the printer, I'll always, as good as that looks with the spacing and it's almost cheating on our end. We've worked together long enough that when we can knock out areas and have things not necessarily touching each other, we can do a lot more wet on wet printing, and everything's gonna print a whole lot better when we kind of design for printing on a garment versus maybe another design technique. He's Corey, I'm Lon. We are Graphic Elephants. This, of course, is the art of screen printing presented by GSG. We'll finish up the wedges next time.